Please make sure you like and subscribe.
Family and friends came from near and far for the funeral of Alfred Taubman, who died Friday of a heart attack at the age of 91. 7 Action News reporter Dave Llewellyn has much more on today's service.
A business pioneer, patron of the arts, and philanthropist, Sherry Zedek, more than 1,500 was among those paying tribute to Taubman. Born here,
so after the grave of Senator Carl Levin and Max Fisher, we decided to stay and do 2 more graves here at Clover Hill Park Cemetery. Alfred Taubman was a real estate developer. He was a hard-working real estate mogul credited for pioneering the concept of the indoor suburban shopping malls of the 1950s. He noticed that Americans were moving to the suburbs and thought they need a more centralized place to shop. And that's where he founded the Taubman Centers Incorporated. He built the high-end shopping malls and turned them into the nation's town squares. As his retail centers went up, he bought the A&W restaurant franchise. He served on the board of the Chase Manhattan Bank of New York, the R.H. Macy Company, and Getty Oil, and he opened up a mall of San Juan, located in Puerto Rico. Okay, now unfortunately, he was known as a man that rescued the British auction house, but later he was implicated in a scandal that shook the art world. Taubman was convicted in a trial for price fixing. He was fined about $7 million and imprisoned for 10 months in 2002. In 2007, he authored the book Threshold Resistance, the extraordinary career of a luxury retailing pioneer. The company that he owns currently owns and manages 19 regional shopping centers nationwide, and the Forbes placed his net worth at $3.1 billion. He died of a heart attack at the age of 91. Now, he was born on January 30th of 1924, Oakland County, Pontiac, Michigan. His death at the age of 91 on April 17, 2015, Bloomfield Hills, Oakland County, Michigan.
It's a stone on top. Okay, come here, guys.
Now to the last grave at the Clover Hill Park Cemetery. Former owner of the Detroit Pistons and Guardian Industries, which builds automotive glass, William Bill Davidson. He was born in Detroit, Michigan, December 5th, 1922. His death at the age of 86. March 13, 2009, he died in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. He was a big-time sports owner, and he was the principal owner of the Detroit Pistons. And I didn't know this, the WNBA Detroit Shock, the International Hockey League Detroit Vipers, and the National Hockey League Tampa Bay Lightning. The Detroit Pistons that he owned won the NBA Finals in 2004, 1989, 1990. The Shock won titles in 2003, 2006, 2008. This was the WNBA Finals. The Vipers, which is a hockey team, won the Turner Cup in 1997. It was stated that in sports history, he was the only person that owned a hockey league and a basketball league that won championships. He also owned the Palace Sports and Entertainment, and he was also the chairman of Garden Industries. Now the Palace, I showed a video on that. That is no longer there. At the time of his death, he was worth $4 billion, and he was also inducted to the Basketball Hall of Fame. On some other notes, William Davidson owns or has a law degree. The law degree is from Wayne State University, and he practiced law for 3 years before taking over a wholesale drug company and rescuing it from bankruptcy. He also did some type of surgical supply company, and then with this family Glass and Guardian. As far as what he died from, I'm going to say from old age, because according to here, it just basically says his health was deteriorating really bad, and he was in a wheelchair. So I'm going to say natural causes was his death.
Minutes ago, Detroit Pistons owner Bill Davidson has passed away at the age of 85. Bernie Smilowitz has been talking with your sources over
at Pistons home games until about 2 years ago, when it became much more difficult for him to come to the Palace. Mr. D to all of those that knew him. Bill Davidson was one of the most successful owners in professional sport. It is valued at over $400 million. And it was his love of that franchise.